It's 2125. An AI took over the world in the late 2030s. A century later, the Earth healed. Aided by the AI's farming robots, the world lives in relative peace. Until one day, a robot kills your brother. You dissociate as your brain gets caught in a loop of thoughts, wondering who controls the robots. You ask, but no one answers you. You remember the stories of a god as you fall asleep. Long ago, a god took over the world and then he vanished. You wonder how true they are, and if so, is he still around? On autopilot, you get yourself up and grab your bag with a few essentials. It dawns on you what your body is doing. It is time to kill a god. Welcome everyone to HL Solo something. I don't know what to call this. But yes, we're gonna play MIRU today. Trying out solo RPG. Bought it, printed out, and we'll see how this goes. We're gonna play, what is it? We're gonna learn how to play, read it through, and maybe try playing it. We have some dice here. I don't know what dice to use, so I just have everything. We have the sheets. They're supposed to be A4, but I just printed out as A3, I think. And we have my notebook, a bunch of pens and pencil and all. We're actually going to do this. Anyway, let's roll. MIRU. Ooh, this looks cool like that. The introduction, yeah. Table of contents, we have those. We have tables of contents. All who follow me shall be gifted peace in this life, and eternity in the after. Okay. The introduction. It's 2125. You stand outside of a party, up on a hill with a view of the village below. You notice your older brother and his friends sneak off into a nearby field to mess with a helper F2, a farm bot that shows up at night to supplement the human day labor. You watch them fail to tip it over. After a few shoves, you notice one of its legs sparks blue lights. You quit the party and head down to the field to make sure the drunks don't get hurt. On your walk over, your brother's friends ran past you giggling. "He is going to be in so much trouble," they say, laughing. You laugh along and continue to the field to get him. When you arrive, a large Buster T7 stands over your brother, who is laying face down on the ground. The robot yells at him. Destruction of robotic equipment is prohibited. Your brother drunkenly yells something unintelligible and tries to get up. The robot takes this as a threat and pushes its glowing laser arm into your brother's back and through his stomach. The bot lifts him off the ground and tosses him to the side. It sees you approaching and leaves with the damaged helper F2. You rush to your brother and apply pressure to his wound, but the blood won't stop leaking out. You scream for help. Your brother spits up blood and tries to catch his breath. He looks at you with his pale face, scared. "We should have killed those bastards a long time ago." You debate with yourself to run and get help before he bleeds out. "No gods, no masters," he says as he gasps for air, clenching his stomach. You tell him you have to leave you to get help. He grabs your shirt and begs you to stay. "Don't leave me alone. It will be okay. Everything is fine. This is just a bad dream." You get blood in your eyes as you wipe away tears. You tell him it's not a dream. His voice grows softer as his soul leaves his body. "You get them back for me. I'm too tired to fight," are his last words. You hold his body and cry the rest of the night. The next day is a blur. People tell you how sad they are for your loss. They hold a funeral for him. You dissociate as your brain gets caught in a loop of thoughts, wondering who controls the robots. You ask, but no one answers you. They just show up. You remember the stories of a god as you fall asleep. Long ago, a god took over the world and then he vanished. You wonder how true they are, and if so, is he still around? You wake up at dawn, you're completely dissociated from your body. An autopilot, you get yourself up and grab your bag with a few essentials. As you walk to the edge of the village forest, it dawns on you what your body is doing. It's time to kill a god. Hey. That looks cool. Time to kill a god. You're killing gods? Oh, okay. I read the synopsis of this game. So, structure. This is an analog adventure game. You'll draw a map while exploring the wilderness and surviving dangerous situations. You're all alone out there, but this guide will help you along the way. Multiplayer, designed as a solo-first experience. Okay, When condition, the game ends when you defeat the god or you die. You need the following play. This book, a D20, a D20. This is a D20. Wait, how do I show it to you guys? This is a D20. It can't. Oh, wait. Oh, it's a focus, dude. Really? Yeah, autofocus, please. Global autofocus. It doesn't focus on the thing. You just focus on the thing. Wait, it's a D20. Technically, basically. It's basically D20. Sounds bad. Maybe I should get the... Yeah, fine. I'll just use my book for that. So I have a D20. Is this? Wait, this is D12. This is a D20. What the hell? This is a D20. Okay. I have a D20. I can just roll it onto my book. And then I need 3 to 4 6-sided die. So I have a bunch. I should have... I need to have 4. There's 4 stuff here. So we have this one, and this one, and this one obviously, and this one. So we have 4 of them. We have more if we need, but like technically I only need 4 of this right now. This one, a map, a character sheet, and what else? A journal. I have a journal set up. Place a D20 above the health, HP, and energy. Oh, so I need 2 D20s. I have 2 D20s. It's okay. So set both to 10. Oh, okay. Let's not use this one because it's not readable easily. Just use this one. So I'll put there. It's 10. I hope it's clear, but it's apparently not. So you guys just need to trust me on that. So there's 10, and that's 10. And then add 3 meal bars to your inventory. So I'm just gonna... I have this, and I'll just... 3 meal bars. How do I add 3 meal bars? So this. You know what? I'll just use the dice for that. That's easier, right? So I'll just use a D10 probably. A D12. Let's just use a D12. So I have 3 bars. 3 meal bars, and then I'll also write it down here. maximum 3 items, so 3. Yeah, I need to use the pencil though. Meal bars. Okay. You begin the game on hex tile G10. Face the map so the compass points north. The compass points north. This is my north. This is your north. So we have that going for us, which is nice. So D10. G10. G10. This is 10, so there you go. That's G10, so I'm gonna put something there. You begin so the compass begin day 1 with step G. Okay, page 5. Okay, so I guess we can start now. Begin day 1 with step G. Scan the character to get the digital print files of MIRU. Keywords are shown in bold. You can learn more about them in the glossary. Page 62. You know what? I'll look for page 62. Probably. And page 62. Oh, we technically get like a smaller map here. Didn't realize that. So we have that, we have that. And then the MIRU glossary. Downloading. This is 62, that's 60, right? 60. This is 61. The item catalog, 62. 63. Attack skill. Okay, these are just the backside. So I'll just put the backside aside. I guess to the back. Sorry about like the noises. It's my desk. So I'll do that. And I'll take this and put it aside. Okay. We can start then. We have set those things up. So it's have 10 HP, 10 EP. We have 3 of the meal bars. And we begin on hex. And you know what? I'll put myself here just to make sure. I'm not sure what is going to happen there, but like we'll put ourselves there. Just so it's fine. So G10. We're at G10. There we go. And I believe that is all. Okay, let's continue. Hex Kit. There's a physical edition of this game and called the Hex Kit. It includes over 80 hex tiles, over 100 item tokens, wooden figures for every. Oh! As the alternative to the setup presented on the previous, you may instead use the Hex Kit for an improved physical experience. Scan the QR code on the previous page for more information. This icon tells Hex Kit players to look in their rulebook for event adjustment. Okay. As we do not have the physical stuff, let's just So, death. This is a game about survival. It is very likely you will meet your end. Alora suggests you start over with your new knowledge, but if you wish to continue your old life, you may. Please see page 17 in your health if your health ever reaches 0. Turn overview. Dawn, day, dusk, and dark. Dawn, find enemy in your space, mark calendar, reset solar items, manage inventory, experience cutscene. Day, move to another tile, new tile. G, determine terrain. H, check the weather. I, determine event. Old tile, experience event. K, determine event. Dusk, eat food, apply first aid. It's for MIRU too. Oh, okay. Dark. Attempt to sleep condition check, move enemies. Challenge mode. Roll 1d6 after rolling for terrain. Oh, it's a challenge mode, it's an optional. Let's not do that for now. Okay. The steps in a turn. MIRU is played one turn at a time. A turn covers the events of a single day. Each day begins with step A at dawn and ends with step B under dark. When a day is complete, so is the turn. A new day then begins, and this process loops until you defeat the god or die. Consider these steps a daily checklist, beginning with step A, work down each step, activating or accomplishing the step if it's relevant to your situation. Skip the step if it doesn't apply to you. For example, step A says fight enemy in your space. You start here every day and ask yourself, is there an enemy on your next space? If not, continue to step B. If there is an enemy, combat begins. Depending on how that combat concludes, move on to the next step and continue through the checklist until the day is complete. Okay, so I think I want to keep this thing here, right? Just so I know, just so I always know, like I have the cheat sheet on how the turn actually should go. Dawn. Preparation for the day begins when the sun first rises. Don't be late. Fight enemy in your space. If there is an enemy in the same hack space as you, combat begins. The enemy always hits first. Mark calendar. A new day has passed. Mark your calendar to show that. If no days remain, skip this step. Okay. So I guess we have days here. Reset solar system. All used solar items in your possession are now operable again. Solar items remain functional until they are used. Manage inventory. This is your chance to rearrange items from your inventory and on your active body. In combat situations, only the items on your active body may be used. E. Experience cutscene. If there's a dot under the current date's number, go to the cutscene section. Otherwise, skip this step. Oh, okay. So there's a cutscene in each day. Okay. That's dawn. We reach day. The days are reserved for exploration. Moving around in unknown territory will take time, but on guard, for it is hunt or be hunted out there. Move to another tile. Decide the direction to move in. You must move to a different tile from which you started in at dawn. Depending on if you move to a new tile or old tile, determines which tab you go to next. If you move to a tile you have never been before, this is a new tile. Step I usually concludes by skipping to step L. Occasionally. Okay. Actually, the event may have you skip a remaining step in the day. If you move to a tile you have already discovered or has an icon on it, this is an old tile. Skip to step J. Okay. So basically, if we have new tile, we go to like this one. If we have old, it's just the old tile. We move this one. Okay. So determine terrain, roll 1d6. The result tells you what the terrain is of the new tile you have just moved to. Mark your map. Minor injury, forest, mountain, grassland, desert, swamp. Check the weather. Age, optional. This is, I believe, the challenge mode. So we're not gonna do that for now. And then determine event. Roll 3d6, reference the terrains page to determine the result. Play through the event, then skip to step L or the step the event tells you to. Okay. The steps in the turn. Dusk. So some event may have few text steps that occur later in the day and then return back to the event at a certain step. For dusk, go to step L. For dark, go to step N. Okay. You may find items during some events. You'll add them to your inventory when their icon appears. They look like this. Okay. Find out more about shapes on page 11. So that is probably wrong. the 3 times meal bars, but at least I have 3 meal bars there. So let's erase that. Okay. If you have any food items in your possession, you must eat at least one of them. You may eat up to 3 food items during this step. If you don't have any food items, skip to step N. Meal bar plus 2 HP plus 1 EP. Fruit plus 1 HP plus 2 EP. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see, dark. Attempt to sleep. If you can sleep, you must. Some event may prevent you from being able to sleep. Sleep plus 3 HP plus 2 EP. If you cannot sleep, skip to step O. Condition check. Check the following condition. If you did not eat today, raise your starvation by 1. Oh no. It's that kind of game. So... How do I starve? Oh, there you go. Starvation by 1. Minus 2 HP, minus 4 HP, minus 6 to minus 16. If I reach starvation 8, I die basically. It's just says death. Like literally just death. Poisoned, MIRU 2. If you're poisoned, raise your poison by 1. You're not poisoned. Sleep deprivation. If you did not sleep today, raise your sleep deprivation by 1. Move enemy. If there is an enemy on the map that moves, this is when it does so. Okay. Step P is moving enemies. Enemies that move have their own rules. This concludes the day. Go to step A to continue. So, what I'm going to do is that because I am someone who forget things all the time, I'll just do this. So the turn overview should be like this, like that. Put it there, and that's it. The journey. If you are playing the old analog way, you will need to have a map and a character sheet ready to mark on. You can use the pages provided in this book, but you would prefer to use the ready-to-print pages found on the QR code. If you are playing with the hex kit, you can learn more about particular. Okay. Your character sheet is where you will keep track of your inventory and stats as you play the game. So we have inventory. Active body. These are items you can use at any time. You can put items in this section during step D. The calendar, you track dice during step B. Some event which is a special kind of day, you'll trigger at step E. We have tools. These are items that are always accessible. Active body. Inventory. Mask. The one mask you choose to wear does not take up inventory space. HPEP. Tech skills. You can learn special skills that may require training to use more, and this is where you track your skill level. Oh, okay. Minor injuries. This one. So, okay. That is nice. Active body. This section of the character sheet holds the items you can access anytime. The active body section has limited capacity. The shapes associated with an item helps determine the space it can take up on the active body section. Limited space. The active body can hold a maximum of 5 items. Rectangles. The active body can hold up to 5 rectangle items. Pentagon, chevrons, and bow ties. The active body can hold one of each of these shapes. Okay, duplicate items are not allowed on the active body. The inventory can hold maximum of 10 unique items, not including items with circle. They take up no space. Duplicate items that can take up no extra space. When an item is found, it goes directly into your inventory. You may make room by trashing another item. When the black circle items are used, they are removed from your character sheet. When any other item shape is trashed or sold, it is removed from your character sheet, otherwise they are considered reusable. Some items are solar powered and may have limited use before needing to be recharged during step C. You may find mask or 2 on your journey. You may only wear 1 mask at a time. Masks do not take up space on your active body or inventory. Tools. You may find a tool or 2 on your journey. These do not take up space in your inventory or active body and are considered always available to you. Money, money, money. The money in MIRU is called bitliths, but everyone called them bits. Bitliths have an old history. Now it becomes a bit of a collector's item as each coin has something unique stamped on it. They are only used to trade with outsiders these days. Allura suggests you collect as many as you can. So, bits? So I can put bits here, basically. Some items may have as effects and can only be used when certain conditions are met. Dark is one of those conditions. Be on the lookout for this keyword in events. The passive effects of items on your inventory don't apply. Only when they're on your active body, a mask you're wearing, or a tool. Okay. So, passive effects. Okay. Explore the map. Understanding the compass. So, north, south, right? The only limitations are that you can move off the map or through impassable edges. The compass is mostly used when an event wants you to mark your map relative to your current position. In the rare case when drawing an icon will place it off the map, reference the priority compass to determine the new placement. Priority compass helps you to place subjects on the map when an event will place a subject in an invalid space. Enemies, 0 is where the enemy is currently. Roll 1d6 and move the enemy to that space, if possible. If not, move them to the next possible higher numbered space. Okay. So basically, 0 is that. 0 is where the enemy is currently. Roll 1d6 and move the enemy to that space if possible. Even move to the next possible higher numbered space. 0 is where you currently are. Icons. Roll 1d6 and place the icon 2 spaces away from you if not possible. Place the icon in the next possible higher number space clockwise. So the priority goes like if we're here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 from here. Okay, makes sense, I guess. How to mark the map. The best time to mark your map is at the end of the day. And all else you wish, but the necessary notes are the terrain, impassable edges, and any icons the event tells you about. Here are some example terrains marked, but feel free to use your own style. Map icons. Series of icons you will see throughout this document. Some event may have you draw icons on the map. Feel free to use your own style, but here are some examples. Impassable village treasure quest. Enemy, radio tower, power supply. Okay. The art of combat. You are now in survival mode. The world is full of many dangers and you will have to be strong. Combat damage. Attack minus defense is damage. The enemy's attack power is determined by rolling a d6. When an enemy attacks you, subtract it from your current def stats. Your attack power is determined by the item you choose on your active body. +1. Okay. From your base attack stat. Unlike the enemy, you can learn new skills on your adventure, and with enough training, you can use those tech skills you've learned to deal some serious damage. Steps of combat. Enemy's turn. Status check. Attack roll 1d6. Your turn. Choose one action. Status check. The enemy's turn. And then you go. So the one action. Oh dang, this is gonna suck a little bit. So one action will be basic attack skill, or basic attack skill, and escape. Basic attack, just when you have a roll bow. Arrow, we're tracking arrow. That's nice, I guess. +1 attack, so example, use a basic attack, you attack with your small bow +3 attack using 1 arrow. Along with your base +1 attack, you hit with 4 attack. If the enemy has 2 defense, you will deal 2 damage. Okay. That's Nice enough. Tech skill. Use one weapon you have on your active body and choose a tech skill. Dodge and strike. With melee weapon, use tech as attempt to TS1 dodge and strike, -2 EP plus 2 attack. With your hunting knife plus 4 attack. You know for tech skills, so you roll 3d6, you roll a 3, 5, and 6. If your TS1 was level 3, this is a success. Along with your base plus 1 attack, you hit with 7 attack. Yes. If the enemy had 3 defense, the 4 damage hit one would level up to 4 because of the successful hit. Okay. Escape, -2 EP and roll 1d6. So roll lower or at the level of attack skill to hit the enemy. Roll higher than the level and the hit misses. Okay, so that's attack skill. Escape, -2 EP and roll 1d6. You escape if you roll above the enemy escape value. Move to another tile and skip to step O. I'd move to another tile and skip to skip to step N. O is condition check. N is sleeping. Oh, okay. So if we failed, even enemy has +1 attack during their next turn. Odd, you cannot escape next turn. Okay, that is nice, I guess. So we need to keep this in mind too. The art of combat. So I'll just put the art of combat here. This is getting out of hand, but I have 2 hands. I mean. Go after combat. I'm laughing at my own joke. After combat, if you defeated the enemy, you will usually find cool items to aid in your adventure. The enemy stat block. If there is an enemy stat block in or under event text, this indicates that a fight is incurring. Use the information at the stat block during combat. Okay. The more filled-in square, the harder the enemy will be after combat. When you roll for rewards, roll X d6, where X the number of filled-in squares. The reward pool. After combat, roll a d6 for every filled-in square on the enemy stat block. You may choose any combination of the dice to determine your reward. 1 to 2, 1... Okay, general stash, limited stash. Example, if there are 3 filled-in squares on the enemy stat block, you roll 3d6. Say you rolled 3, 4, and 6. Here are your options. You get 6 fruit and 3 meal bars. Why? Six fruit, because I have a 3 and a 4, and 3 meal bars because I have a 6. Sure, you get 3 bitlith, 3 bits because of 7, or 3 meal bars, or everything. You get either 1 climbing gloves, 1 small bow, or 1 hunting knife. If you roll high enough to earn an item from a stash, you may only pick 1 item within the stash based on 1 d6 value. Oh, okay. So because of like 3 plus 4 plus 6, that will be a lot. 13, I mean. So from general stash, I can get either a climbing glove because of a 3, a small bow because of 4, or a hunting knife because of 6. That is a nice system. What happens to the enemies I leave behind? What happens when an enemy kills me? Do I start with any attack skills? You do not start. But if I roll a repeat event after the main turn, you'll roll to the main event for the day. This matters, and that's okay. If you roll a repeat event to the next available event, you can. Example, you've done Forest E6, you've done Forest R1. So the next event you can do is Forest R2. If you're done of all event options in that terrain, skip to step L. So these are terrain rolls. We have 1, 3. I believe I don't need to read all of them, because, you know, we need to basically find a way to organize this. Do I have? I do, right? This is when things come in handy. And when I say that, it is... I mean... No. Do I have clips? I do not have clips. Oh, I do have clips. That's nice. So I have clips here. So I have a bunch of clips that I like to use for things. The payoff of being organized is definitely going to be good. So hear me out. I'm gonna take this, and what I have in my notebook is a stash of... Oh wait, no, I'm sorry about that. It's a stash of sticky notes and stickers, I think. No, I don't have them. Wait, no, where are they? I do have sticky notes here. I don't anymore, huh? Okay, I do not have sticky notes, but I do have clips. So we have the forest, counters or forest. You're going to die. Sure, it's okay. No, I didn't mean that it's okay to die. More like, get what I mean. So we do that. We have terrain for. We have the forest. It's this clip is fucked. I'll get a new one. This one's good. Okay. There we go. We have one of these. We have number 3. Let's not read everything right now. I'd like to be surprised a little bit. I'm going as blind as everyone here, so. Yep. So this is the grasslands. How many terrains do we have here? And the swamp. The swamp. 6. I believe we have 6, right? So we have all the kits. Life doesn't exist here. The swamp. The villages. Villages you stumble upon are smaller than the one you came from. Okay, so we have villages, village shop, quests and treasures. Story choice, yes or even. Story choice, no or odd. I believe these are all the impasse guard. You came across an old shopping mall and decided to investigate its dark interior. Yeah, these are all like the cave of Shinda. Damn. Omae wa mo shindeiru. Type shit. No, I don't want to say no, not type shit. The cutscenes. So let's keep all of this. I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to be spoiled. So we have cutscenes. So let's just use cutscenes and just. There we go. And the villages, we just put them in clips. You know, like, I'll thank myself later for doing this. I just know that. You know, call it intuition. I think. The ending, so... Enemies and maps. So we have the ending, enemies and maps. And that's the end of the whole thing because we have the glossaries and all at the end. So you know what? Get this thing and this. Do it like this and let's do it like so. Okay, so we have the glossary, the villages, the cutscene. So the cutscene, the villages, the swamp, the desert, the grasslands, the mountains, the forest. We have those. We have the ending before the glossary. I have the ending. I didn't read even a bit. I mean, I saw a few words, but like that's it. So we have our, oh god, this is a little bit, okay, this is, I'm getting a little unorganized by this. So FAQ, put the FAQ here, because what happens to the enemies I left behind? It's like, what happened if you die, basically? Terrain roll 1. Oh, so there's terrain roll 1. Fucking hell. I was like, where's roll 1? Terrain roll 1. The minor injury. Okay. What happens to the enemies I leave behind? What happens when an enemy kills me? The game immediately ends if your HP hits 0. However, if you'd like to continue, you may. Any items you claim prior to your combat are still yours. Your health will be rounded down and all duplicate items you have. You lose half and all duplicate items you have, not including food. Reset your HP and EP. Move back to the tile you started the day on. Start the same calendar day over, beginning with step C. And enemies you may change this day may have half their HP. Okay. So basically, you know, if you don't want to have like, so continue, but like with penalty, I guess. That's fun. No, that's not. Dying is not fun. Dying is not fun. Ichal 2026. We are putting here, this thing here in the hex kit. And, so, okay. So I guess we do not need to like, okay, so hex kit, turn off a few there. Combat aftermath is 16, so I put it here. The combat staff, just because. Here, okay. And we have the exploring the map, how to mark the map, and I think that one should go with the turn of review. This one should also go with that, just so we know the basic rules of the game. The basic of play, sure. So turn off review, you're back on stats, and everything else should go like here. Okay, I'm going to make a lot of mistakes here. But again, it's a solo game, so who the hell cares about mistakes? I'm not playing against anyone. I'm not cheating when I make mistakes and everything like that. Get what I mean? Like, that's the art of like just playing by yourself. So there you go. There you go. There you go, the basics of play. And now, everyone, it is time to kill a god. On the next episode. Well, I will keep recording this. I will keep on recording, but like the next, this is technically session 0, this is technically preparation and everything, and rating the game and all. So the next thing you guys will see is the session 1. It will be a separate video. See you on session 1, I guess. Let's just meet you on I'll meet you on the actual play. True. Bye-bye, I guess.